How do you feel about gay rights?
I like it, but they're going a little overboard with the dancing. A lot of dancing. I don't know about that.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. And today we have a video for you guys that has Joe Rogan talking to Shane Gillis. And nope, he's not doing an impersonation of Donald Trump this time. They're talking about what happened in Georgia in 2020 with these ballots that came out and saying that they didn't have their tapes signed by election officials. So that means these ballots should never have counted in the first place.
Stick with us. You're going to love this one. We'd appreciate if you'd like, share, and subscribe.
Georgia officials and complaints agree that failing to obtain required poll worker signatures on the tabulator tapes for roughly 315,000 early vote ballots in Fulton County was a violation of Georgia election procedure law, i.e. it was not done in compliance with the statute. That does not automatically mean individual voters did anything wrong or that their ballots are criminally illegal, but it does mean the county's certification process for those votes did not follow the state legal requirements. So,
in short, what they're saying is they did not follow chain of custody rules. Thus, by Georgia law, they should not be counted the ballots themselves.
Yeah, and to put this in perspective, they absolutely knew what the rules were, and they knew what this was unacceptable, which is why they've been hiding it.
Those are not supposed to have been counted? Is that what they're saying? Because it didn't follow the requirements? That's what they're saying. So it said, scroll back up again so I can hear. So it says poll workers must also print and sign 0 tapes at the start of voting to show machines begin at 0. And these signed tapes serve as the official certification that reported totals from the scanner are authentic.
Now, the thing is, the reason these election officials have to do that, they have to make sure that those machines before they start counting votes that day are zeroed out. If they're not, that means they're adding ballots or votes from a day before or a couple days before, or maybe if it's the next year, the year before.
Yeah, you watch once we inspect all these ballots, how these election officials with 10, 20, 30 years experience are going to play the babe in the woods routine like they didn't know, then just don't believe it.
That's what they require. So they require people to do that. So maybe someone didn't do that, what they were required. That's a possibility.
I think 36 did.
36 of 37 advanced voting precincts in Fulton County had failed to sign the tabulation tapes, including that the county violated official election record document processes required by statute. The voting precincts, put this in, that failed to sign the tabulation tapes, were they predominantly Republican or Democrat?
Just Google Fulton County, click images.
Yeah,
I think you know.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know. Well, I mean, if the Republicans are complaining about it, it's obviously a Democrat.
Right.
County.
For sure.
Predominantly, it was close.
Here we go.
That's how I would have spelled it. That's how I would have spelled it.
I thought it was right.
There's a lot going on.
I can't believe anything's wrong there.
I thought it was right. I wonder if AI would have figured it out.
It would have.
With Perplexity would have.
Yeah.
Specific 36 to 37 advanced voting locations with unsigned tapes are not publicly broken out by party, but Fulton County as a whole is strongly Democratic. And its advanced early vote totals in 2020 were overwhelmingly Democratic. In other words, those affected advanced voting sites would be expected to be predominantly Democrat in their results, not Republican. Weird that 36 out of 37 that have unsigned tapes are strong Democratic. And
the other interesting fact about this is majority of that happened during early voting.
That there's 315,000 votes that aren't supposed to be there. They didn't sign for but it's okay. Don't worry about it. We just forgot to tally.
Fuck it.
We forgot to tally. Whoopsies. We were so busy making sure we saved democracy that we forgot to tally.
They saved it. It was fucking good 4 years.
What a great move, though. If they really did steal the election, like, wow. Is that the first time anyone's ever done it? I don't know if they did it. I'm not saying they did it, but I'm saying if they did do it. Like, what a great movie that
First
would
off,
be.
There's no way.
A bunch
That's
of
the
fucking
first one.
pink-haired dorks who really do hijack the system, and they're
Good for them.
in the fucking back rooms, like licking envelopes and sealing mail-in ballots.
Hey.
I think we know that the election in Georgia was stolen. I mean, that's what preempted Trump to make the call to Secretary of State Raffensperger. And by the way, the buck stops with him. He was overseeing all of this. And at any point, he could have done the right thing and been transparent. And yet he fought every step of the way. I'm talking the full legal court battle and appeals every step of the way to not show you the ballots and the outcomes from Fulton County. That says a ton to me. And look at, the state was decided by, less than 12,000 votes. So when you've got 315,000 without proper chain of custody, first of all, those shouldn't have been counted to begin with. But after that, that there's a bunch of illegal votes in there.
Well, the other thing also that needs to be established as well, that people don't talk about, that happened in Georgia, especially in Fulton County, the people that were counting that the ballots there were actually part of a program that Stacey Abrams created, a nonprofit organization and so what Raffensperger did is they hired a third party that was created by Stacey Abrams to actually count these ballots. Stacey Abrams obviously has skin in the game on this election, and this is what I think is important to actually realize. Third parties have no business being involved in our elections. We need to actually keep it within the state itself, and the state need to gather up volunteers to actually count these ballots and do what they're supposed to be doing. And unfortunately, a lot of these states are going with third parties, and they're nonprofits, so they're working for free anyway. Why can't they just donate their time to the state? That's my point. And also, a lot of these third parties are Democrat run, and they're going to do whatever they have to do to actually make sure the Democrats win. And that's the unfairness I see here also, because I don't think there's proper training either, because the state isn't doing the training. It's the actual third party people they're hiring to do it. And that's an issue as well.
Yeah, in fact, the training that they did do, we have every reason to believe from a couple of leakers, people that were in those classes, that they were being told to get a supervisor that could make a decision on really important things. So my point is, if you've got a bunch of partisans, every time there's a judgment call to be made, it's going to fall on the Democratic side. And as proof of that, look at what happened once the water main burst and everyone was sent home. All throughout the night on election night, after people were sent home, the batches that came in were 90 and 100% for Joe. Statistic impossibilities.
Yeah, it's hard enough to get Republicans to actually donate their time and get involved in elections anyway. But then some of these states get these third parties to do it and these NGOs to do it. And guess what? 90% of the people that are at that company, whether they work for it or volunteer for it, are Democrats. Right. So there's still unfairness for the Republicans when it comes to actual counting of the ballots on election day. But guys, we're going to have to end this video. We hope you enjoyed. Please hit that like button, comment, and share this out to everybody.
Thanks for joining us, and have a wonderful day.